Hello everyone, it's your friend, your boy, Jet Black the one and only here with another exciting live stream. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about my day, April 24th, 2019. It's still currently April 24th, 2019. I started the stream a little bit early, but don't worry, in a couple minutes it will be April 25th, 2019. We got a couple birthdays today. Shout out to Skelly. It's Skelly's birthday today. And shout out to your boy Kratos. It's Kratos' birthday today. Let's see. So real quick, I'm going to jump into what I did today. So today on the fan pool Dueling Nexus 1, I've been playing a vanilla deck that's mainly just like normal monsters with 2000 attack and a lot of spell removal. I've modified that deck a couple times now, and I'm interested in maybe playing it some more tonight, seeing how you guys feel against like the new upgraded versions of it. I'm also trying to figure out what other decks I might be interested in playing. So doing some more Yu-Gi-Oh experimentation. Today, in terms of like hanging out, Aiden and Tiffany and I went to Jim and Nick's barbecue. I didn't eat anything because I already had my one meal for the day, but we all got to hang out, talk, and that was pretty cool. I got back from that. Then I went to a group meeting at the BAB to get ready for the presentation that I had tonight. The presentation was interesting. So it's a 10-minute presentation, and you have to talk for a minimum of 9 minutes, a maximum of 11, with 10 minutes being just right. You know what I mean? And you don't get knocked off any points if you're 9 minutes. So 9 minutes is the actual minimum. So it's interesting. So what ended up happening is I was talking to my group and I was like, yeah, there's no way that the presentation like won't be 10 minutes. I can do any level speech. So even if he was like it's a 20-minute speech, I could just extend it to 20 minutes. I'm really good at public speaking and doing speeches, and I enjoy doing speeches. I played some elevator music in the background. I had a clicker. I had one of my teammates play an applause sound effect on a phone when I like started up. I was walking around the room. I was pointing out people. I was giving hypothetical examples. The speech was going really well. I get to the conclusion slide of the speech. I look up, and Danica's holding the phone that has the timer on it, and I've only talked for 5 minutes. And I go, time for more examples. But the way that I do it is really interesting because essentially, I'm at the conclusion and I'm like, so now you all see that we need a hybrid approach between having a project manager as an employee as well as using a software application for project management. Or at least you will see it after we go over a few more examples. And I like click back and I just like essentially for the last 5 minutes of my presentation just start like calling on people in the audience, getting like examples thrown out, trying to get people to 100% understand why a hybrid approach to project management is important. And I really fucked with that. I had a lot of fun with that. But when I sat down, the teacher announced how long our speech was, and he was like 9 minutes 7 seconds. And people in the class were like, "Yo, that felt like 30 minutes." There were people who like stood up and were like, "Yo, dude, like great presentation, great presentation." And I'm glad that I killed it. I always kill it on public speeches. I really like giving out speeches and doing presenting and things of that nature. I don't think I've ever done like a bad speech in school. So yeah, I really vibe with that. Uh, but that's probably like one of the bigger highlights of today. After I gave my presentation, the teacher actually gave us the okay to like, if you do your presentation and you're done, you can leave. So I think I sat for one more presentation because Danica hadn't left yet. And then after that presentation, I dipped. So once I dipped, I was going to go back and see if Aiden was free to hang out. Since Aiden and Tiffany were doing like a physics study thing, I was like, yo, I could like drop in, study my statistics stuff because I have a statistics final tomorrow. So I was like, it would be really cool if we got together and we just all had like a study hangout. So while I'm on my way to that, I see Beth inside the Charger Union, and Beth like waves me down. She's like, "Yo, Yo, so I head toward the Charter Union. She lets me in, and she's like, "I've pretty much just been procrastinating all day. Let's hang out." She's like, "Let's hang out." Um, and then we get to talking. It seems like Beth is still interested in like hanging out more and doing more stuff. She had to cut our previous like date, not date, like early because of the fact that she had a lot of stuff to work on. But she's like, I've been working all day. She's like, I haven't really had a lot of fun today. Let's just hang out and just like talk. So me and Beth talked and we had a pretty good time. This guy Ryan, he's like a freshman. He was eavesdropping on us, and Ryan ended up getting into the conversation. He was a really cool guy. He's a freshman. He's Asian American, and he makes a lot of like self-deprecating jokes. Like he'll mention the fact that he's Asian and like use an Asian stereotype, but he's like the reason why he does it is because he feels like if he does it, then other people like won't do it. And I don't know. I found that to be interesting. He did it like quite a bit, and then no one else partook in it. Like no one else like tried to do that. So Ryan seemed like a cool guy. He says that he's somewhat introverted, but he hates being like enclosed in his room. So sometimes he'll try and like spread out and be social. And me and Beth hit him up with like a bunch of tips. Like I'm gonna be graduating from college in a few days, so I was like, if like I was essentially talking to freshman me, what would I like tell him would be like a cool tip for college? And we just like gave him a bunch of like college wisdom, like from people who are either about to graduate, myself or Beth, who has like a semester left. Like, what are things we wish we would have known or said to like, well, we would have known if we were like a freshman, like just giving him all this information. One thing I wish I would have told him is he needs to jump on the new innovation center that's on campus. Like he needs to take advantage of that. It's too bad that the innovation center is not going to be open until after I graduate. If it was like I was a freshman and the innovation center had just opened, you could spend your whole college career like trying to start a business using the university itself as your boosting point to start a business. So that's one of the tips I wish I would have given him. That would have actually been a really good tip. Um, but yeah, that was really cool. I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I finally spent all my charger bucks. I bought like $10 worth of drinks from Dunkin' Donuts. So I got a large frozen chocolate and I got a large cosmic pineapple colada. I still have a little bit of both in the refrigerator right now, staying cool. So that was dope. I was walking back to the dorm with my drinks, and I was listening to some Smino. By the way, Smino is really fucking good. If you haven't listened to Smino, he has some pretty solid tracks. I wouldn't say everything Smino does is really good. He's like an R&B rap kind of guy. I love his rap. Not a fan of his R&B. I'm just not an R&B guy. Winslow really fucks with R&B. So I was listening to some Smino. I was holding like my drinks that I got from Dunkin' Donuts, and I walked past these black girls. They're just all hanging out around a car. Just all the doors are open. So I walk past their car, and then they're like talking, and they get louder. And then I realize they're like trying to yell at me, but I couldn't really hear them because I had my phone and I was like jamming to the music. So I go up to them, and the girls asked me about like the drinks I have. I think one, because I had a lot of drinks, I was holding essentially four drinks. They ran out of large cups at Dunkin' Donuts, so they split my large drinks into just four smaller drinks, which was interesting. So I'm holding like this crate that has all the different drinks in it, and they asked me about my drinks. And at first, I thought she was asking because the cosmic coladas have like a bunch of weird colors. Like a pineapple cosmic colada is like yellow and blue, and it like swirls. It's supposed to look like outer space. So I thought maybe she like saw my drinks and was like, "Oh, those look cool." So she was like, "Yo, where'd you get those?" And I was like, "Oh, I got them at the Charger Union. It's that building right behind you. So if you like go over there, you can like pick them up. It's called a Cosmic Colada or whatever." And then she was like, "How much?" And it's like for all this, like if she was wondering like for like everything I had, I was like for all this like $10. And then she was like, "Can I have one?" And then one of her friends was like, "Do you have money?" And I was like, "Yeah, are you like trying to buy one?" And then her friends just kind of shut her up. Her friends were like, "No, no." and then I just left. But I thought it was an interesting interaction. But yeah, I'd say those are the highlights today. Let me read some of this live chat because there's plenty of live chat. Nani said a vlog, and he said he eavesdrops. Then Nani said a better Ryan I see, and then he said a few days. When do you graduate? The last day of like college is May 3rd, so May 3rd I'll be like done. Crit said, "Hey, do you like rap music? I do like rap music. We have a series on the channel called Rap Central. There's a big playlist on the channel, and it's just videos of me rapping. But yeah, I like rap music. In my mind, I'm like, I feel like you're now either gonna be like, here's a recommendation of a rapper I like, or you're gonna be like, check out my rap music, or you'll be like, I have a friend, check out their rap music. Um, so I'm curious to see what your segue is from that. Or I imagine you might be like, do you have any rappers that you would recommend? Or like instrumentalists that you would recommend? For rap instrumentals, I really vibe with a lot of like lo-fi style beats, but I also like some of the remixes that people do. Rozzy K is a guy that I used to listen to a lot when I was younger. I don't like his beats as much now, but he does have some really classic beats that I feel like I'll always vibe with. He did an Always Sunny in Philadelphia beat that I really like. Crit said, nah, lol. I was going to ask who's your favorite artist. Favorite, like, rap artist? Um, hmm. Hmm. I feel like that's an interesting question for sure. Um, Nani then said, is Kels here? I'm not sure if Kels is here yet. So, favorite rap artist? I really vibe, like, if we're just talking about, like, young talent, Rich Chiga, I feel like, is on the come up. He's really, really young. He's really young. But I feel like he's doing quality content. Rich Chiga isn't just like a young person who's just rapping about like random basic shit. When he decides he wants to get deep, I feel like he does a really good job. He now goes by Rich Brian. Rich Chiga is just the name that he used to use. But that's how I remember him because that's how I was first introduced to him. I really like Rich Brian right now. I feel like he's a really good rapper. He's not only a good lyricist, but he makes his own beats. I feel like he does a really good job at making his own beats. So I'd say right now, my favorite rap artist is probably Rich Brian. I actually really vibe with him. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Like, I feel like I could think of someone and be like, oh shit, why didn't I say da na 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 na? But right now that's just not happening. Right now I just think Rich Brian is probably my favorite rapper right now. My favorite like new sound that I've been hearing and I've been like vibing with, but is by no means my favorite rapper, would be Smino. Smino has this weird R&B feel. His flows are so weird, and his wordplay is really cool. I just really fuck with Smino. But I think Smino is like a temporary like ooh, like you really fuck with it for a little bit and then you fade off of it. Unless Smino can continually drop fire, I'm not vibing. Let's see. So Nani said, "Is Kels here? I have a song you would like." Then Kel said, "Hey yo," and then he said, "Nani, what song is it?" Then Nani said, "Can Nick react to it?" And he said, "Nick talks too much." And then Kel said, "Sure." And I said I posted the link. I didn't see shit. So the reason why I probably didn't see shit is because I don't have the live chat up yet on the monitor. So I'm gonna have to check that. Kels said, "Lil Jit doesn't talk too much. He just goes into detail." Oh, thank you, kindly Kels. Okay, I now have it set to see like all the live chat. So Nani, I may or not listen to your song. If your song is like 2 minutes, I'll hit that bitch up. If I click that and it's longer than 2 minutes, I'm probably not gonna listen to it. Just being honest. I have a Smino song that I actually really like to listen to right now because, like I said, I'm currently on that vibe. And then Crit said, "So is Nick your real name or Jet?" So my real name is Nick. So right now I'm listening to the song that Nani posted. It is 1 minute. Homeboy for his subtitle uses SpongeBob text, like a SpongeBob font. And he's rapping on top of a green screen that shows like cotton fields. And he's rapping about how he's a N-word with a hard R. That's the whole thing. Kel said, Jet, sorry, Nani, the song is 2:05. That's way too long. Not gonna listen to it. Then Nani said, no, it's 1 minute, 6 seconds. Kel said, okay, hold up, I'm gonna listen to it. Be right back. And then Nani said, can you post the link for him? Nani, you already posted the link. It's just already in the chat. Okay, let's see. So now I'm gonna listen to some Smino. I didn't spell it. I just typed in SMNO and Google was like, the fuck are you talking about? Um, so I really fuck with this Smino song that I'm gonna post in the chat. It's Smino's track Z4L. I don't like the music video that much. I actually prefer just the audio. But I really vibe with this. Nani said, "Is it a Kel song? The Smino thing? Nah, it's not. It's not gonna do what you did." Okay, I'm about to pull up the Amino so I can read the latest chapter of the fan fiction. And then Nani said, "Is the song that he posted a Kel song?" I imagine Kels will probably laugh. I don't know if Kels will laugh at the whole thing because it's like a minute long, but we'll see. I am curious to see if you would fuck with the Smino song, Nani, because I'm not sure if you like it or if you wouldn't. Really, I'm curious if any of you guys would like fuck with it or not. Winslow says he likes the flow of Smino. I feel like it's hard to understand Smino a lot of times. But the things you do understand, you really vibe with, which is interesting about him. Also, I don't care for Smino's appearance. Like, what he does with his hair, I think is weird. But I think he does have really good bars when you understand what he's saying. And I do think his R&B background makes his rap flow just really unique. Kel said, dude, I just listened to the song and I legit added it to my favorite Spotify playlist. Are you talking about the Nani song? Hey, Whitey. Hey. Also, Kills. I'm on part 4, right? And Whitey. Hey. Let's see. Chris said Smino's voice is different compared to other people, in my opinion. I agree. I do think Smino sounds really different. And then Kel said, I'm talking about the song Nani posted. Okay, understandable. And then Kel said, yeah, you're on part 4. Let's see. Real quick, I'm gonna let this Smino song play before I do the dramatic reading. I don't want to be in the flow of the song too hard and it throw me off while doing the dramatic reading. But I do have part 4 up on my computer. So as soon as the song's over, it only has like a few more seconds, I'm going to read part 4. Kel's really fucked with your song, Donnie. That's what he said. Kel said, wait, hold on. I'm going to check which part we're on just to be safe. I think you're right. I think we're on 4. I'm about to do that dramatic reading, Kels. Okay. So, this is part 4 of Kels' fiction, Sugar versus the Winter. This is a fan fiction Kels made where essentially he described and drew JoJo the Bizarre Adventure style stand for himself and for me. And we're currently having a death battle in his fan fiction. It takes place at a mall. We're fighting because one of us likes pineapple on pizza while the other does not. So, we're starting off part 4. It's really short. I have the fan fictions be relatively short on purpose to where each part is only like 200 words or less. It's just easier for me to like read it on stream. So I'm gonna read part 4 real quick, and then we'll just jump back into what we were doing before in the vlog. So part 4 starts off with Kels thinking to himself, "Crap! I thought he would appear in front of me so I could attack him with sugar blue, or he'd appear above me so I could attack him with sugar red." Kels closes his eyes and quickly thinks of something to stop Jet from finishing him off, summoning Sugar Blue as a small blob on the palm of his hand that immediately erupts into an electrical explosion that launches Jet and his stand into the street. Jet then screams, "Gah!" Jet slams into the it says slams into the treat, but I know what you meant. Jet slams into the street, but as Kels opens his eyes, he sees that his right arm has been destroyed, with parts of his bone being damaged and blood leaking out, with almost every part of his arm being covered in blood. He just stares at his arm in shock as the pain slowly starts to sink in. As he stares at it, blood starts to pop, pouring out, but starts freezing in place, stopping the bleeding somewhat. Kels then says, "I figured the heat of the explosion would save from freezing, but it only helped for a few seconds. In fact, it seems to be getting worse. I'm starting to lose the feeling in my face, my feet, my left hand. I really hope that it's over now." Part 4. End. So yeah, that's part 4 of Kels' fan fiction, Sugar versus the Winter, featuring me and Kels with JoJo the Bizarre Adventure style stands. So yeah, there we go. That's part 4. Matt then said garbage rule sets. Garbage entitlement head ass. So yo Matt, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy and any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? Let's see. I'm about to play another Smino song. Uh, I think this next Smino song I'm gonna share with you guys will actually probably fuck with, like, pretty heavily. The reason why I say that is because you know how a lot of songs try to have like really good bass, but not all songs can really get away with having really good bass. This is a song where I feel like it's mainly bass, but it does a good job with it. It's called Crushed Ice. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. Matt said 200 words. Complaining is an entitlement. Stop being restrictive. Then Kel said, "Nice read." Thank you, Kel. I'm glad you liked it. Girls at the same time, same time. So this is like mainly just bass. This threw Winslow. Winslow didn't know how to feel about it because he's like, it's just all bass. But I think it has a really good vibe to it, and it also shows off Smino's really weird flow. Let's see. Kel said 200 is reasonable. He said, "I don't personally agree with it, but 200 is a good number." I'd love to see you guys do like more fan fiction and fan art stuff. Because I am really hype about like sharing the fan art and sharing the fan fiction. Also, I have a question to you guys. I think I'm eligible now to add a join button to my channel. And I'm curious if you guys are actually interested in that or if that's something that you would want. If you don't know what a join button is, on YouTube, it's possible for you to have a join button, and it's essentially like having a subscription to the channel. Not a subscription like hitting that subscribe button, but a subscription like you would give so much money a month and you get like benefits. And you're like what kind of benefits? It would be like chat emojis and badges and maybe like exclusive content. They've recommended stuff like you could have live streams that are only available to like members. You can have like videos that come out early that specifically people who have joined get, stuff like that. Let's see. Matt said no. Kel said I'm broke, so I can't join. Lol. Then Matt said nobody pays you money anyway. And then Nani said what? And you said what is Matt hating on now? I think I'm now eligible to add a join button to my channel. It essentially would allow you guys to pay like a monthly amount of money if you joined. No one would have to join, by the way, but it would give you guys access to exclusive content. Like if I was to start doing stuff like creating new chat emojis for you guys to have, and like giving you guys like badges, and like releasing videos earlier for people who were like joined, and having like private live streams only for like joined members, stuff like that. YouTube is more or less saying like, hey Jet, you can do that now. This is a thing that you're allowed to do. So I was curious to see if you guys would be interested in that kind of thing. If you guys would be like, nah, that's not really for us. It's kind of like YouTube's trying to give itself its own built-in Patreon kind of thing. It's weird. Um, but I understand it. They're trying to make YouTube easier to monetize for creators. Let's see. Also, if you guys wanted like custom emotes, what would that even be like? Like, what would you guys want as a custom emote? Would it be like water bottles and stuff? Sam White said, "What is up, man?" He didn't say what is up. He said, "Was is up, man?" Nothing much, Sam. Welcome to the stream. It's gonna have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Right now I'm just chilling. I have a final exam tomorrow, an MSc 385. So tomorrow I'm gonna mainly focus on studying for that, getting ready. It's one of those things where I'm doing so well in MSc 385. If I like goose egged it like straight zero, I'd pass the class with like a 72. But I'm gonna try to keep my A up. I'm gonna try to like keep an A in that class. This isn't an A. I don't know how to make an A. Is that that's an A. That's an A kinda. Kel said, well, we definitely need water bottle and keychain as emojis. Well, those would be like join emojis, and I'd have to figure out how to make those. Sam White said, I hope you do good tomorrow. Thank you kindly, Sam. Appreciate it. Maybe I can make those badges, but water bottle and keychain do seem like, fuck, I really need to make t-shirts. Water bottle and keychain seem like they'd also be interesting as I almost said key-shirts. T-shirts. Let's see. I'm curious about what I want to talk about in particular. Does anyone have any like super fire news? Like crazy shit that's happened recently? Not like Ryan style news where it's just out of left field random political history stuff. I mean like something crazy going on in like fighting games, or something crazy going on in like superhero comics, or something crazy going on in like shonen anime. You know, like nerd news. Anybody know any like crazy nerd news? Do, 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 do. Right now, I'm still listening to Smino. Uh, I'm gonna try and look up some headlines because I actually am interested. Oh, there's an article out by IGN, and it's like when to pee during Avengers Endgame, so you can know at what parts you can stand up and go piss. I think the Endgame hype is a little too high. I'm not that hyped for it. I feel like a lot of other people are way more hyped for it than I am. I don't think it's gonna be bad. I'm not gonna skip out on Endgame. I'm still gonna go to the theaters and watch it. But I'm not like, oh man, when should I pee? You know, like I don't know. I just feel like that's a weird type of hype that I just don't vibe with. Kel said the only breaking nerd news I have is Persona 5 The Royal. Your boy Afro Senju had like a hard reaction to that that I didn't watch. I watched the beginning, like leading up to him about to react to it, and then I decided not to watch that and to instead watch the Game Ranks video on Before You Buy for Mortal Kombat 11. And spoiler alert for his Before You Buy, Mortal Kombat 11 is a good game, but it has a weird tower and crypt system that promotes microtransactions. That's pretty much all he says in that video. And he says the tutorial's really lit. He also mentioned one thing I didn't know. There's supposedly a mode in Mortal Kombat 11 where you can set the rules. It probably lets you set like match modifiers. Other Mortal Kombat games have let you had random modifiers. I think it's cool that there's a mode where you can set your own. If I'm understanding that right, that sounds really cool. Sam said same. He said I don't even have money to see it. Have money to see what? Then Kel said, I saw that reaction. He freaked out hecka hard, talking about Afro Sinju. And he said he passed out after he uploaded the video. Yeah, yeah, he says that in the title. He claims that also happened with Kingdom Hearts or whatever. Sam said, did you see the Godzilla trailer that came out today? I did not. I'm not a super Godzilla guy. I have a fan slash friend on here, Godzilla. That's straight up his name on YouTube. He fucks with Godzilla really hard. My friend Ben, shout out to Ben Hughley. Ben really fucks with Godzilla. My uncle BB, he fucks with Godzilla. He thinks Godzilla is really cool. So I have friends who like Godzilla. I'm more of an Ultraman guy. I think Ultraman's cool. Kamen Rider is really cool, and Super Sentai, which is where we get Power Rangers from. Those are the three that I vibe with. Kel said, also, I have an idea. How about you pee before the movie? Well, Kels, when you're at your theater with your Coke brand large Coke, you're gonna drink that during the movie, and in game's runtime, I imagine you're gonna probably get up to pee. So let me. By the way, what is your movie theater drink of choice? I fuck with Sierra Mist. That's what they have at my local movie theater, the Cinemark. I'm pretty sure they have Sierra Mist on tap, but their Sierra Mist always tastes a little bit better. To me, it seems a little more carbonated than the Sierra Mist that I buy at the store. So I'm like, ooh, it's almost like a treat to get like the Sierra Mist from my movie theater than it is to just pick up Sierra Mist at the store. But what is you guys' like drink of choice that you'll have to pee during in game from drinking? So yeah, in game is 3 hours and 1 minute. It's interesting that it's 3 hours and 1 minute. It has that extra minute of runtime. Sam White said, "I love lemonade or Coke. I fuck with lemonade when I like go to eat at a restaurant. I don't know why, but lemonade makes me hungrier. It seems so when I go to a restaurant and I'm already ready to eat and I order a lemonade, that means I'm ready to like fuck up that like butler's whole career. They're not called butlers. Fuck up that waiter's whole career. Like if I'm ordering lemonade, I'm probably about to like order something like big. I'm gonna fucking destroy it." Kel said I usually go for a free slash frosty thing. He said, by the way, I have some not nerd personal news. Ooh, okay, lay it on me. I don't know if it's like serious news or if it's like casual, like fun news about your personal life. But I'm down to hear it. Right now, I'm listening to my liked playlist on SoundCloud. I'm not sure if you guys would fuck with what I'm currently listening to, but it's like an instrumental. This beat is kind of all over the place. So you guys either will fuck with it or you won't fuck with it. But that's what I'm currently listening to in my headphones. Kel said, me and my friends are planning on making a podcast. I know it'll be bad, but I think it'll be fun. I don't think it'll be bad, Kels. Um, I've been really vibing with podcasts recently that are just YouTubers talking to their friends. That's what Donkey's podcast is. It's Donkey, it's called Dunkcast, but it's just Donkey talking to his friends, and they'll purposely just talk about like topics in the news. But other than the like topics they're discussing, it's just them hanging out. And then same thing for Afro Sinju's podcast, which is called Everyday Beam Struggle. It's people just talking to their friends. They occasionally bring in like news topics and they shit on each other. That's pretty much it. Then Matt said, Dunk Tank, liar. Oh, you're right. It is called Dunk Tank. I'm sorry. It's not called Dunkcast. That was my bad. Thank you, Matt. Sam said, hey, today I made a spicy looking staff. You made a staff? like a walking stick style staff, like a magician, dark magician style staff. You make staffs? I don't know. That just threw me. I just did. The last thing I expected you to say is you made a staff. And you said more like a prop. Ooh. So what did you make it for? Like, did you make it for like a theatrical production, for like role play, like for like LARPing or like D&D? Uh, is it like your job? Do you like make props for like theater productions and like or for movies? You never know what people do. There was a guy in my marketing class, and he was talking about how he has an internship at Boeing, but he works on like the presidential aircraft. And he's like, I can't say anything else about what I do because I like have a clearance. So the most I can say is I work on the presidential aircraft. And I'm like, you're my age. That seems like such a crazy thing for you to be working on like at this point. Kel said, I also have a kind of sort of now really Chad update. Interesting. Hit me up with that Chad update, Kels. We've been following the Chad arc for a good bit now. Sam said, I went for a walk and found a deer skull and got inspired to make something with it. Interesting. Hmm. Can you like tell me the time of day you ran up on this deer skull? Because I feel like that really changes the way I imagine the story. Also, like, where were you where you found the deer skull? I keep imagining like at the side of a road, like where there's road and then there's forest and then there's like a deer skull sitting there. And I imagine if you run up on it like in the middle of the day, you could have a moment that's kind of like, oh, a deer skull. But at night, I could see it feeling like a more mysterious thing, especially if the deer skull is lit in some way, either by like artificial light, by like a street lamp, or maybe just by like the moonlight cutting through like the trees and like it's kind of nested in the grass or whatever, and you like stare into it and you see like its eye holes or whatever, and you just kind of have a moment with it and you're like, I gotta build something. Like I'm imagining different settings for it. Like what was it like running up on it? Also, song change. So here's what I'm currently listening to. I'm gonna share it with you guys. Winslow fucks with this song as well. It's called Pressure, so a Lost Club remix. So Kells is now talking about the Chad situation. For those of you who don't know about the Chad situation, your boy Kells is like on the track team, and there's this guy on the track team named Chad who seemed like he was showing interest in Kells. Kells is into dudes. It seemed like Chad was into Kells, but Kells wasn't sure. And then Chad recently was like, nope, not into dudes. So let's see what this Kells update is on Chad. So Kells said, anytime I see Chad outside of track and field, I just feel a lot over anxiety, and I desperately try to get far away from him. Even if we're just passing by, I just get hecka shook. Oh fuck. Hmm. I'd say that response is probably just more of like an emotional thing. Um, do you feel like after the Chad interaction that you just don't want to fuck with Chad? Or do you feel like you and Chad could still be friends if you weren't feeling hella shook? Uh, it's almost like the way you describe it, it makes me feel like it's like a PTSD thing kind of thing. Though it's like a really strong descriptor. I doubt it's like that, but it sounds really extreme. Sam said he found the deer skull like deep in the woods, and the light was right on it in like a big open area. So it was like in a clearing in the woods. And then what was the source of the light? Was it daytime? So was it like the sun, or was it like the moon? And then Kel said, but when I see Chad in track and field, it's whatever. So Kel's, it seems like you can still fuck with Chad when you're like together just doing track and fields, but when you're like just out and about, you just feel nervous. Why do you feel that is? Do you feel like in track and field it's just a different vibe, but outside of track and field, do you feel like you kind of wish there was more between you and Chad? And do you feel like that's what kind of makes you feel more distant, make you want to be like, no, like not in this situation? Nani said, I'm back. Welcome back, Nani. Sam said the sun was on it. He said, I would never go in the woods in the dark. Um, I would. I'd definitely go in the woods in the dark. But that's just different strokes for different folks. Back when I used to do the crime fighting stuff, me and the guys used to set up like little hangouts in the woods. We would like go into like an area in the woods, and we had set up this like table thing that collapsed, and we used it almost like a fighting arena to like spar and shit. Um, we had like a ladder set up where we would like put little things on the ladder that we thought were like cool little gadget things that we could carry around while we patrolled. We just used to hang out in the woods, so I'm like more comfortable hanging out in the woods. Sam said, "I live in the middle of nowhere." I see. I don't know. I'm not sure if I would feel more or less comfortable hanging out in the woods in the middle of nowhere. I was hanging out in the woods in like the middle of like a community. You know what I mean? Which always felt like anyone could just walk in these woods and they would just also be there. So it seemed more likely you could run into people in my woods. I think in the middle of nowhere, I might feel more comfortable in the woods because I'm like, who else would be here? But then at the same time, if someone was there, it wouldn't just be like a neighbor. It would be like a like a hard stranger. Kel said, Jet, I think you just perfectly explained why I feel weird with Chad. Oh, cool. Well, not cool. Well, um, Kels, how do you feel like you could potentially get back to where you could feel comfortable hanging out with Chad, regardless of if you're just like in track and field or just hanging out outside of track and field? Matt said, when we aren't doing anything of value, when Matt's always a hater, roll 1d20 to determine if Matt is a hater. If you roll a 1 or higher, Matt is a hater. Up, a 2. It's higher than a 1. Matt's a hater. Let's see. Sam said, my reason is one word. Wolves. I see. Matt said, where's the Jackbox? Do you guys want to play Jackbox? You can play Jackbox. Also, Kels, I wish I could buy just the rapping game by itself from Jackbox, but I did not see the rapping game by itself on the PlayStation Store. Matt said, I'm only a hater because we're supposed to do something in the last 30 minutes. That's only if you guys vote for it. So if, like, people are just enjoying the conversation, Matt, then they can just vibe. Sam said, I'm down, but I don't know how to play. Oh, it's not hard. The way the Jackbox works is that I set it up on my PS4. Then it'll be like its own stream, so you'll have to tune into the Jackbox stream. But I normally put the link to join. Well, it doesn't fucking matter because the link is just jackbox.tv. That's all you gotta type in. I'll type that in right now. So here's the link that you would go to play with us on Jackbox. You go to that link on the jackbox.tv stream. There'll be like a room code on the screen, and it'll be like type in this room code. You type that in, and you're just in the game. Let's see. Kel said, I think it's because in track there's like other people I can talk to, but outside of that, it just feels like me and him, and I get anxious. I understand what you mean, Kels. Let's see. Matt's the conversations can occur while doing something else. Kel said, let's go to the draw one. Yeah, we haven't done drawful in a hot minute. I second that notion. Fuck, I gotta stop listening to my music. Okay. Welcome, Meme King, to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics that you'd like to talk about today on the stream? Matt wants us to play Jackbox. I think Matt's the only one who really voted for Jackbox. Sam was like, I'm down, but I don't know how to play. And then Kels did say he's down for Drawful. I'm trying to remember which HDMI setting the PS4 is set to. It just goes to it itself. It doesn't matter. When you have your screen properly sized on the TV, but when it goes to the laptop, it's like, what are you talking about? Nothing is properly sized. Let's see. The last game I was playing was Just Cause 4. Forever summer. Sometimes spring. I'm thinking I might stay up a little bit later than normal, but that even if I did, I would end the vlog at the same time, and I would end Jackbox at the same time. I'm somewhat tempted to play a little bit of Just Cause 4 because I didn't really get a chance to play a lot of it before. Okay, I'm about to set up the Jackbox TV stream in a moment. Okay, moving my phone to the side. This is gonna be really weird. Trying to draw on this tiny ass screen, but I'm gonna get that set up in a few moments. Okay. Sam said, I made the perfect name for all things most websites ask for a limit of 12 letters or a minimum of 12. So you've thought of like the perfect name for like a username? Yo, what's like the perfect username? Also, I'm going to give you guys the word before I even start the stream. So that's like what you got to have in order to get into this Jackbox stream. And Sam said, Sam the Superb is what I use. Okay, ballin'. Are you about to be Sam the Superb on this Jackbox stream? I'm about to start a stream called Jackbox TV. Make sure to join onto that so that you can join into these festivities. Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black, the one and only, here with another exciting live stream. And today we're going to be playing a Drawful on Jackbox TV. Make sure to go to jackbox.tv and type in the room code VPDL. That's VPDL. Let's see. Kel said, Jet, what would you do if you failed one of those robot tests on a website? Try again. That's just what I do in real life. Okay. Right now I'm testing my artistic talents. So to draw a picture of myself. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 So Sam the Superb did a superhero. I like that it has a little cowlick. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Matt did Buster Blader, and he like drew like a sword. Kels Nels did that face. That was a really cool face. I like it. It's fairly detailed for what it is. And then I'm Jackoff.tv. I did the little robot head. Sam White said, "Do you like what you see?" I dig it. Okay. Is everybody in? Is everybody in the game who's gonna be in the game? 5, 4. There we go. Starting up now. Damn. I'm trying. Okay. Maybe that will work. Kel said no one's gonna understand mine. Ooh, we just gotta try our best, Kels. So right now we're waiting on Sam the Superb. So right now I think Sam is drawing his thing. There we go. Sam said I gave up. I ran out of room. Aw, shit. So what do you guys think this is? Okay, Sam the Superb has already put his guess at what this drawing is. And now so did everybody else. Oh, have some people not voted yet? You gotta pick one of the choices. You got 5 seconds left. So he got tricked by Kels's guess. And then Kels got the actual title. I guess Sam didn't have time to fill in. I awarded bonus likes to hair. Let's see. Matt said no words, and then Sam said it would not work. Then Matt said that's cheating. Oh, Sam got me. I thought it was riverbed. How did everybody know it was pebbles? Uh, my guess was seashore. So right now they call me last place. Matt said those don't even look like shells. I didn't say they were seashells. I said I thought it was the seashore because there was water and then there's a thing next to it. I tricked Matt. Got him. There we go. Matt said, "What even are these options?" I felt like all those options made sense. One of them was just misspelled. Excuse me. Me and Sam the Superb knew what the right answer was because we both guessed depressed toaster. What the fuck? Sam said, haha, I told you. I'm sorry. I tricked Kells. Yo, we out here. Whoa, what the fuck? Kells, that's exactly what it looks like. Kells, it really does. It looks like an exploding envelope. Ah, ah, ah. Sam said, sorry. No, you wrote I want on it, and that actually did make a lot of sense. It'd be interesting to watch, like, professional artists play this game. I think I got this. Bum 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 bum. Sam the Superb has already put down his guess. Oh, here we go. Kells thought it was Sad Rain. There we go, yeah. Kel said professional artists could not play this game. He said I tried to do this my drawing tablet and it didn't work out well. I see. Ooh, I'm catching up, Kels. Oh! Yo, I got some ideas. Yo, Sam the Superb. Don't forget to guess what it is. Hey, there we go. Kel said, I like that my face comes up with the sneeze sound. Then Matt said, "Oh God, I tricked two people." Goot 'em. Fuck, Kells. That's a, so it was Swiss cheese. Dang. Brock, Brocka. Brocka said, "Is this the last one?" This is the last one. Matt said, "I didn't realize it had question marks." Oh, on the some kind of cheese. And then Brocka said, "So it's the last game?" This is indeed the last game of the night. Don't forget to pick a vote. Don't forget to pick a choice. Kells got tricked by Matt. There we go. Yeah, that just made the most sense. Am I in what they call the lead? Okay, just barely in the lead. I tricked Sam. Matt put dots. Me and Matt got it right. Hey. Matt then said, "Aha!" I believe I took it in the end. Well, good game, everybody. Hashtag GG, hashtag good game, hashtag handshake. Oh, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. I'd like to thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding. Ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jump Like the One Only. Logging out. Peace. Matt said that was way too specific for it not to be it. True. And then Kel said, second place, baby. Ooh. Thank you all for watching. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jump Like the One Only. Logging out. Peace, guys. Chicka. Stay tuned. I'm about to set up today's fan poll stream.